Brian, Lexi, and Jay. And today we'll be talking about COVID-19's impact on student stress levels. And so for some background information, COVID-19 has had a impact on every variable of life for over the past year, especially in the academic community. The pandemic has made us innovate delivery channels to meet social distancing guidelines and keep us safe. With all the changes to our social, professional, and educational routines, it is important that we understand how this pandemic is affecting us cognitively. Through this research project, our goal is to understand how COVID-19 has affected stress levels in the average college student population and what we can do to mitigate the damage that may have caused. Our area of focus consists of two variables that link directly to our research population, demographic and psychographic aspects regarding our participants. Demographics consists of information such as age, gender, income, and more, and is considered one of the more important variables when targeting a certain segment to research. Our group of study will consist of college students ranging from 17 to 24 years of age, consisting of all genders and occupations. Psychographics dig deeper into our proposed research by examining their behavior through their hobbies, lifestyle choices, and income, and their purchases. Sorry about that. By utilizing these two variables, we can hope to pinpoint a specific research population to target and formulate questions that would more pertain to that targeted segment. The significance or rationale of our study is to understand how COVID-19 has impacted stress levels in order to improve our understanding of effective pandemic guidelines within educational facilities. And our goal is to collect enough information to know what is affecting stress levels and how the negative variables can be mitigated. Our hypothesis suggests that COVID-19 affects stress levels through a decrease in socialization, worry due to monetary concerns, and the stress caused by the health of our friends and family. In order to obtain data, we will be using a survey questionnaire that highlights the changes in daily lives over the past year. And with that, I'll pass it over to Lexi to talk about our research questions.
Okay, so our main research question is how has COVID-19 impacted stress levels amongst college students? So before we're talking about during the pandemic, even before the pandemic, so 2019 below, college students and young adults age range 18 to 24 are high risk for stress and anxiety. That's because you're graduating high school, you're finding a job, you're going to college, everything's changing. There's a lot of uncertainty in those times, so you're already high risk being a young adult as is. So in 2019, the average adult stress levels reported is about 11%. And then you jump a year later into 2020. During the pandemic, those numbers go up to 41% of average adults reporting stress or anxiety, which makes sense. We were living in a pandemic. There was a lot of uncertainty. There was loss, social isolation, economic decline, and so much more uncertainty and different things happening. So not even with that, young adults move up to, so that age range 14, not 14, oh my goodness. 18 to 24 age range, their stress levels go up to 56 and their average was about 20 before. So that's another large increase of stress levels. So our goal in this is trying to figure out how and why these stress levels are increasing in such various ways. So then we'll go to Lindsay.
Okay, like Lexi said, our goal is to figure out what during COVID has increased college student stress levels. And on the slide are sample questions that we have in our survey. And our survey consists of yes or no answers, questions that you can do multiple answers for. Ones are on a scale of negatively to positively affected, and then other ones that are on a scale of 1 to 10. And now I will give it to Jay.
I'm going to detail our survey plan. Our target was college students. We all know that college students face a very high amount of stress on a day-to-day basis, from quizzes, exams, and even presentations. So I really wanted to document how college students are going to be affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. How will our sample group be met? Well, our sample group is college students, so we want to document college students by their NMU ID or other college ID, whatever college they go to, because our sample group is all college students. What will the answers what will the answers show? The answers are going to show how college students are affected by the pandemic. So they'll detail what they've been through, what were they going through before, and what they're going through now with the pandemic. So we think that we're going to see a higher increase in stress levels from the college student group. And now I will pass it.
Okay, and I will talk about the sample plan. So as it was mentioned, our population will be any college student that are currently enrolled. And we will mainly focus on Northern Michigan University students, so this will be our sample. We would like to have 300 participants, or like the number around that, and this should give us enough valid information and responses that we will be able to analyze it. And for the analyzation, we will use the IBM SPSS statistic program. And by the analyzation, we would like to answer the questions as if college students are feeling more or less stressed now during COVID-19 pandemic, and this will be compared to the time before the COVID-19 pandemic. And then we would like to answer the question, what kind of factors this might be causing? Why are students feeling more stressed or less stressed? And I will pass it.
So basically, in conclusion, our audience is college students all over the United States. And our goal of our research is to see if COVID-19 has affected their stress levels. And then if they have, we want to see how that affects their everyday life, whether that's communicating with other people or classmates. And then we also want to look at how has COVID-19 restrictions affected stress levels, such as wearing masks and indoor and outdoor restrictions. And then the whole goal is to see, or